Get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cousins now to throw on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he's got some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
But now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins. Oh, he's going to air it out right. He's got a man. Complete. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 62 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Marcus Golden. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nelson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now Rosen on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. First carry now. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's got Gresham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. On first down, it's Rosen. Buying time to his left. Fights loose. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. Now Dawson for the extra point. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They start the drive with Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Let's go. Wide.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On second down, here's Rosen. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. Green, 39.
On play action, Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Ben Gideon in there to drop him. And back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's something that there be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Wide. Hey, we're good. Check three. Rhino. Yellow. Ready, in there. Yellow.
They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Listen to me. Rhino.
That was second down run for Murray. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Run. Where's the hot?
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
Here we go. Let's go. Lucky 50. We're going. Let's go.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Able to push his way through. Lets it fly for Treadwell. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, that one was successful. But even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to back off a little bit, loosen up a little bit on defense, and give you a little bit more room if you want to run the football.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's go, let's go. First. Flag.
First down. Here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kendall Wright as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Lets it go for Nelson. And that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Rosen off the play action. He's going to try and go deep again. They've got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
And throws like that tell you exactly why the Cardinals made the move from number 15 in the draft up to number 10 to take Josh Rosen out of UCLA. Big arm thrower, probably the best arm talent coming out in the draft in 2018. they're going to build their offense around him, and they'll push the ball downfield.
And if that arm's tired postgame, there's nothing that 30 minutes in a hot tub can't fix. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Rosen on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen just getting the snap off at 1. Finding room to the 20. Caught right side. Gresham. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Everson Griffin coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. This from 42 yards out. And Dawson's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now again, this is Murray. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
All
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third down and 12. Play action now. Cousins. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do
best.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. In on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used. Producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A second nice move. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. And give him a gain of 37.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The left side caught by Diggs. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Play fake. Cousins. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Chandler Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Second down, Cousins. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Ringo. Black. Wide. Liz 50. Move.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Yellow. Hey, Clifford.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They go play action. Cousins lets it fly for Treadwell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll throw again. Cousins under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Robert Kimdichie getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Two.
Cousins now on second down. Going with a screen from Murray. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On play action, Cousins on the move to his left. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Forbath, the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They go play action here on 1st down. Lets it go for Nelson. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield. As well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On 3rd down, Rosen. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Sherrills to return it. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Cousins on 1st down. And Diggs has it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Let's go, let's go. Quaker Omaha. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Yellow. Bingo.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kendall Wright with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Rosen to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Tackle made by Marcus Golden.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Spurs, Spurs. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Vikings on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Go ahead, go ahead. Yellow, yellow. He's in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Black, black. Wide, wide.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown. But boy, he's playing really well.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They go to Johnson again. And an alley to run. David Johnson on his way. The 30. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Actually going to throw it here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Arizona, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium.